Shrouding the Heavens episode 8-5. Do you know Yufan's most formidable opponent? He was the first one who dared to go toe-to-toe with the Desolate Ancient Holy Body. Let's pick up where we left off. During the assistance, Jin Qi, the Little Peng King, had his cultivation level suppressed to the same as Yufan's. Yan Ryu also brought out the complete Demon Emperor's weapon. This Demon Emperor's sword has absolute suppression over the demon race. Just this oppressive feeling is unbearable. Even the Little Peng King, Jin Qi, couldn't help but lower his head. Although he appears arrogant on the surface, he's not reckless. He didn't agree to Yan Ryu's request to suppress his cultivation level and fight Yufan. He believed he could easily suppress Yufan, so why bother proving himself? Besides, Yan Ryu, as a descendant of the Demon Emperor, her commanding tone made him unwilling to comply. After a long howl, behind the Little Peng King, a golden divine bird appeared. Its overwhelming power instantly broke through the suppression of the extreme Dao weapon. This shocked the golden-winged demon clan. Seeing this, Yan Ryu's palm flashed and she withdrew the holy weapon. Then she taunted the Little Peng King. Are you afraid to fight the Desolate Ancient Holy Body? Everyone knows the Desolate Ancient Holy Body is invincible. It seemed the Little Peng King's weak point had been exposed. He immediately attacked Yufan. But his attack was blocked by Yan Ryu. At this moment, Yufan seized this fleeting opportunity. He understood the Little Peng King's pride and used provocation. I've only cultivated for 4 years and reached this level. Little Peng King, you've cultivated for who knows how many more years. Of course, you're stronger than me. But if we were at the same level, I could easily kill you. He also said, the Little Peng King always thinks he's so powerful, but only boasts about what he'll do in the future. I can do that too. Someone like you is nothing. I could kill 10 of you. I can kill 10 of you. To Yufan's words, the Little Peng King sneered, Desolate Ancient Waste Body, you dare speak such arrogant words to me? Actually, the Little Peng King was shaken by Yufan's words. He was already wavering. However, the first one enraged by Yufan was a demon prodigy beside him. He asked Yan Ryu to suppress his cultivation level so that Yufan could witness the power of the demon race. Although this demon cultivator was also a genius, his luck was far inferior to Yufan's. Yufan kept his word and easily suppressed him. But Yufan knew if the Little Peng King didn't fall for it and insisted on using his higher cultivation to kill him, he still couldn't escape danger. Therefore, he came up with a more insidious tactic, shutting the door and releasing the dog. The dog was naturally Blackie. But Blackie was angry because of Yufan's words and didn't intend to cooperate. Finally, Yufan managed to persuade Blackie to act. At first, the demon race didn't understand Yufan's plan. He actually sent out a dog? Human trash, what are you doing? The onlookers were dumbfounded. Using a seemingly ordinary black dog against a demon expert? Wasn't that courting death? The demon cultivator slapped Blackie. He thought it would turn the dog into paste, but unexpectedly, it almost broke his own arm. Blackie's strength surprised everyone. That demon prodigy was severely bitten by Blackie and almost fainted. Then, Blackie provoked the Little Peng King. You know, my favorite food is roasted bird. Finally, the Little Peng King couldn't hold back. He voluntarily suppressed his cultivation level to the same as Yufan's. He wanted Yufan to die regretting his words. Suddenly, the Little Peng King shouted, Slay the holy body. Blood stains the earth. The surrounding mountains were almost shattered by his demonic power. The Little Peng King transformed into a beam of light and charged towards Yufan. Yufan slammed out the void great hand seal. A giant hand appeared in the sky and heavily slammed onto the Peng King. The energy fluctuations from their clash destroyed all the surrounding mountains, turning them into flat ground. The onlookers were shocked. Their second clash created a yin-yang storm. It could be said that the Little Peng King's physical body was no weaker than Yufan's Desolate Ancient Holy Body. Yufan, amidst the fierce battle, naturally noticed this. Therefore, he had to use the Ji family's secret technique, the Great Void Seal. He literally moved a mountain and slammed it down towards the Little Peng King. Everyone in the distance changed color. This seal was too terrifying. The Little Peng King tore apart the mountain with his pung claws. But Yifan's divine power was endless. Next, he consecutively used 13 mountain and river great seals. Mountains pressed down one after another, forcing the Little Peng King to use his true peng form. A giant peng bird appeared, its wings covering the sky. It instantly shattered 6 mountains. Everything in its path turned to ashes. But this was far from over. Yifan used the explosive seal again. Although it sent the Little Peng King flying, the seal also collapsed. Then the Little Peng King suddenly transformed into his human form and flashed in front of Yifan. He turned into thousands of illusions and continuously attacked Yifan's body. In just a moment, he attacked Yifan tens of thousands of times with his peng speed. Finally, he sent Yifan flying for several miles. It could be said this was the most difficult enemy Yifan had ever encountered. The most difficult opponent he'd ever faced. Just when everyone thought the outcome was decided, Yifan's voice came. Is this the end? Everyone was shocked. He was completely unharmed. At this moment, using the old lunatic steps, Yifan caught up to the Little Peng King and sent him flying with a single slap. He formed the Great Sun Seal with his hands. Flame soared, engulfing the Little Peng King. The big black dog barked below, "I love roasted bird the most." The Little Peng King, filled with rage, soared into the sky and was forced to use his true peng form again. Yifan seemed to have gone mad, using various seals. He threw out a dozen mountains, then summoned a dozen suns. It was as if he was using all his ultimate moves all at once. Even more shockingly, Yifan mounted the Little Peng King and crushed the opponent's whalebone with his feet. He crushed the Little Peng King's ribs with his feet. Golden fists rained down on his head. Wind, sand, and trees followed, making the Little Peng King cough up blood. He almost fell from the sky. Yifan gave him no chance to recover. Seeing the powerful Little Peng King beaten so badly, the demons below gasped. Yifan prepared his final blow, aiming to crush the Peng's body. The pain brought the Little Peng King back to his senses. After all, as a descendant of the divine Peng, he had incredible vitality. Suddenly, his whalebone transformed into terrifying divine feathers. 108,000 feathers shot towards Yifan. It was said they were formed from the divine Peng's molted feathers. One of the Peng clan's most powerful killing techniques. What was terrifying was the Little Peng King's aura intensified, as if he hadn't been injured at all. Many people were amazed. Many demon cultivators whispered amongst themselves, believing Yifan's situation was precarious. But Yifan wasn't afraid. He calmly took out the Leaf Fire Divine Furnace, still very confident in his strength. There was nothing left to hold back. As the 108,000 feathers shot out, Yifan activated the Leaf Fire Divine Furnace. A wave of flames erupted, burning over 1,000 of the Little Peng King's feathers. The terror of the flames made the onlookers' faces change drastically. Is this the flame that burned the Ji family's supreme elder to death? The Little Peng King didn't expect his ultimate killing technique to be countered. With a boom, a pitch-black weapon, called the Great Desolation Halberd, appeared in his hand. It was the demonic weapon the old Peng King used throughout his life. Although it couldn't compare to an emperor weapon, it was still terrifying. Its appearance sent chills down everyone's spines. Yifan was forced to use his cauldron, the cauldron of the primordial chaos, to protect himself completely. The Little Peng King seemed to have gone mad. He swung the Great Desolation Halberd, attacking Yifan's cauldron, trying to break through his defense. He also shot out another 108,000 feathers towards Yifan, shouting, "The origin of the Mother Cauldron is mine. I will dye the sky red with the blood of the Desolate Ancient Holy Body." Yifan stopped using the cauldron for defense and enlarged it to 9 meters tall. He originally wanted to hold back, but the Little Peng King was too difficult to deal with. He had to end it quickly. With a loud roar, a Green Lotus root appeared, instantly shattering the Little Peng King's 108,000 feathers. Yifan didn't know the origin of the root, nor its origins. He only knew it resided in his sea of bitterness. Both of them had similar physical strength and life-saving means. But after fighting for so long, both were exhausted. After hundreds, thousands of clashes, the victor would soon be decided. The Little Peng King clearly felt his divine power waning. Yifan seized the opportunity and, grabbing the cauldron, pressed it down on the Great Desolation Halberd. Like a mountain pressing down, the Little Peng King was sent flying and fell, breaking 2 of his backbones. The onlookers were shocked. In their eyes, Yifan had won. After all, he had inexhaustible divine power. But the problem was, the Desolate Ancient Holy Body had both advantages and disadvantages. The disadvantage was that it could only reach the Dao Palace realm, while the Little Peng King could still walk his own path to emperorhood in the future. The Little Peng King was still unwilling to give up, struggling to transform into his human form. But Yifan mounted him and continued punching him until his face was bruised and swollen. Seeing this, everyone urged Yifan to stop, to save face for the Peng clan. The Little Peng King had never been so humiliated. He roared, "Who says I'm defeated? It's not over yet." He suddenly used the Peng Embrace Dragon technique. An image of an embracing dragon appeared behind him. This supreme secret technique was the Peng clan's most terrifying secret. He turned into a bolt of lightning, charging at Yifan. Behind the divine Peng, there was a divine dragon. Something even more surprising happened. When the Little Peng King was only a few meters from Yifan, the image of the embracing dragon disappeared. It turned out Yifan's Desolate Ancient Holy Body could resist visions. It was completely ineffective against him. Yifan swung his golden fist again, hitting the Little Peng King over 300 times. When everyone reacted and tried to stop Yifan from killing him, the Little Peng King had 50 bones broken. His powerful body was battered by Yifan. Fortunately, his life wasn't in danger. The battle finally ended. Everyone looked at Yifan strangely. Their gazes were a bit odd. This person was simply too strong. The big black dog had a mischievous idea. He wanted to encourage Tu Fei to pick up the Little Peng King's weapon, the Great Desolation Halberd, even offering the Void Scripture as a reward. But Tu Fei wasn't stupid. He didn't want to offend the terrifying Little Peng King. After resolving this matter, Yifan hurriedly asked Yan Ruyu about Peng Bo, saying he wanted to see his brother. But he was refused. Yan Ruyu declared that Peng Bo still needed 3 months to leave seclusion. Yifan was shocked. 3 months later, Peng Bo might not exist anymore. But he did learn some important information. Peng Bo was currently in the Immortal Palace. It was a very ancient palace, said to be left behind by ancient sages. Although it was dilapidated, many meteorites were suspended around it. Yifan and the big black dog arrived at the palace. Seeing the strange inscriptions, he had a headache. But the big black dog boasted that there were no inscriptions he couldn't decipher. But the problem was, deciphering them required materials, for example, 3,300 source stones. Yifan instantly understood that the big black dog was after the source stones. In such a dangerous place, they didn't dare to act rashly. They could only return. When Yifan returned to his dwelling, he found a woman inside. Yifan recognized her as the demoness Qin Yao. Seeing him return so late, Qin Yao asked, "Why weren't you in your dwelling so late at night? Where did you go?" "I went for a walk in the pine forest." As if to hide his nervousness, Yifan embraced Qin Yao's waist. Just then, the big black dog walked in and saw this scene. Please give us a like and subscribe, fellow Taoists. Let's continue our chat in the next episode.